let's talk about something today. Motivation. So, what is motivation? I mean, it looks like a cool word on paper, but that's all it really would be if you spoke another language. Words on a piece of paper that you really don't know. But motivation is a little different than that. It's a whole meaning behind it, like many words. But instead, without getting into that detail, I'm going to take you guys on an easy recovery run, talk about the main keys of motivation, and how to become more motivated. Almost all the time, motivation comes from some kind of goal. But first, let me get the record straight. Setting a goal doesn't make you automatically motivated for that goal. I was talking to my roommate Ethan about this little conundrum of having a goal but not having the motivation. And he said something very interesting. Motivation first starts from a healthy dose of self-confidence. I think that's the first main key factor. Confidence. Confidence in yourself that you can do anything if you really put your mind to it. Without self-confidence, that's like going into a mile race and all you see is the finish line, but you're not focusing on the race in between. You think that just because you want the finish line means you'll get it. The second key point in motivation is self-strategizing. Only you know yourself and how to strategize your goals to make it more motivating for you. What sounds easier? 8 400s or 2 sets of 4 400s. Now, some people see it differently, but for me, the 2 sets sounds better. When you split things up and strategize them, rather than reaching so high, a lot of times it takes into account your own abilities. And realizing what you can and cannot do at the moment is really big in motivation. Some people like to reach high and set extreme goals, and if that's what helps them, then so be it. But for at least for me, I go in stages. I set a goal, I move up to that goal, and I move up to a next goal. And that way, you just keep working and the motivation to keep going because it doesn't seem as far. Next thing you know it, you're flying. Just like that. The third and final key of motivation is outside motivation. Now, you may be like, why is motivation a subpoint under motivation? And really what it is, outside motivation, is other people influencing you. You see, just like our workouts with me, Mo, Josh, and John, we can all do them alone, and sure, we'll work hard and we'll be motivated. But when you have that system of a group helping you and keeping you like working hard, whether it's training or studying for a test or just working at a job, having people together almost like a competition helps you to stay in focus. So my question is for you. What are some things that make you motivated?
I'd say it's knowing that one day, right now we're in college, so we're in that transition of starting to become responsible adults, that knowing that fact that one day we'll be fully out on our own and have to support ourselves and our loved ones around us, that motivates me right now to do the best I can in order so that I may be able to sustain myself and those dearest to me later on in life.
I would say taking the goal seriously, making it the most important deal that it actually is, because that's what starts you preparing for it when the pressure's off, when it's a long time away, when you're not worried about it as much. But if you almost force yourself to worry about it a little bit, that's what ends up causing you to be like, I need to, let's say like it's an assignment that you need to study up for. I need to like read a little bit about it today, to read about it a little tomorrow.
Just so you know, that conversation was totally unscripted. I didn't expect to see anybody just outside, but it was really neat because it kind of correlates what I was going to blend this video into. Motivation at the end of a school year, when finals are getting harder and you feel like everything's going downhill. He also mentioned a really good key point, and that's having high importance with your goals so that you can be motivated. Because if you just think of them as pretend and non-important, just off to the side, you're never gonna do them. It's starting to rain, so I'm gonna head back. So that was a good 7-mile recovery run, and before I go into my story on motivation, let's ask more people what they think about motivation and goal setting. So I'll start out with you, Jack. What motivates you?
Money, the feeling of accomplishment, just the feeling of getting something done, that motivates me to get stuff done, and yeah.
What key points can you set up to be able to reach a goal?
Instead of setting one huge goal that seems like really far out and not impossible, but harder to get to, I set smaller, more realistic goals, and I just keep advancing through those to get to the main end goal of whatever it is I'm doing.
What's something that motivates you?
Providing a strong future for my family and raising up in a strong house, strong family, strong Christian family, where they could honor God and respect people and love them.
Mm-hmm. What's a key factor that helps you to reach a goal?
Spending time with loved ones, like for example, my family, or take things slowly, one at a time. Because you take all at once, you might not handle it, but you take one at a time and focus on that one thing, you could do it. And also having the people you love in your heart, or people who support you, and also praying to God. Not just praying, but having your heart, keep you strong and focused.
Okay, so first question is, what's something in life that motivates you?
Probably competition. Just heavy competition usually drives me the most.
Okay. Now, the other question that I've been asking people is, what's a key factor that helps you to reach a goal?
Probably just having a goal, just setting one far in the future that's difficult but attainable.
Whew. So, as you can see, everyone has a slightly different perspective on motivation and the key factors of motivation that take into account how to reach a goal. Now, most of the time, these factors still relate back to the 3 main points that I made on the run. Firstly, being the point of self-confidence. Second, being the point of self-strategizing. And third, being the point of outside motivation. These three things together help you to keep on track with staying motivated, whether it be training or studying in school or just daily life and work. So now I'll end with a short little story of some of my motivation. I know you heard about my training motivation, but another point is my school motivation. I kind of talked about it in the third vlog in Florida, but I didn't go in depth with it. You see, I was homeschooled from 2nd grade all the way to high school, and to a lot of people that's super surprising. That's a long time to be at home, and it's even more surprising to transfer to a huge school like Liberty University. And I think my story of motivation is just the idea of taking that first step and wanting to go to this college and wanting to succeed. I came here, I knew it would be difficult to step into a new social environment where there's thousands upon thousands of people, whereas before, just a couple months ago, it was a class of 1. If you asked me in the beginning of the school year if I would have the GPA that I do now, I probably would think you're crazy, but at the same time, I'd be excited to be, yeah, I want to do that. And I think that's the main point, motivation. I want to do it. Just get out and do it. Don't just sit there and think that, oh, it's never going to happen, because you don't know. And you really don't know what God can do with you. So that's the whole point of this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you soon.